right. Lose a million.
Nigel Kennedy lost his real accent. Michael Fish lost a hurricane. John Stonehouse lost his clothes on the beach. But tonight, these three people get their chance to lose a million.
Hello there. Well, that was a bit of a scoop, wasn't it? Getting a special guest appearance by Bruce Lee at the top of the show. God, he's put some weight on. Here we are again, live on tape in front of an audience that's clearly wandered in after chucking out some of the Salvation Army soup kitchen. To play, yes, it's going to be a long night. To play Lose a Million, the game where losing means winning, defeat means triumph. And the whole point of the game is to be absolutely hopeless. It's a show presented by a man with a kind of body that 10-foot barge poles were made for, with contestants like these three standing here looking like runners-up from this year's European Endurance pig-kissing finals. In the next half hour, they'll enjoy the unrestrained indulgence of attempting to lose £1 million worth of prizes, which is not as easy as it seems, despite what Group 4 Security will tell you. These are the very prizes they'll be hoping to dump as fast as they can tonight.
A 1905 Gordon Bennett racing car, an opulent atmospherically controlled indoor swimming pool, a pile of 5 gold bars, a signed painting by modern artist Ellie Morrissey, a Swiss watch bearing an Italian design.
Well, they look fabulous, and no mistake, but don't forget we usually cheat. One of those is probably a booby prize worth less than absolutely nothing. So let's linger no longer, let's go lose some Wonga! Jimmy Coglan, of course, Coglan is a name because you are actually married to the drummer of Status Quo. You, the guy used to be, John used to be. Well, ex-husband.
No, ex-drummer. Still a drummer, ex-Status Quo.
But did you used to follow them around the world when they were again?
I didn't actually follow them, I went with them.
Yes, at the same
Didn't come
time.
in the truck behind.
That's sort of what I meant, really, Julie. Right, come on, you know what I want. I want wrong answers, please, darling, to my questions. They've got to be wrong, and they've got to be the same type as what the right answer would be, so you can't just shout out Linford Christie's shorts as you feel the need coming upon you. Wrong answers, please. Start the clock. What did Cleopatra get to bite her on the bosom?
A bunny rabbit.
Is Michael Fish a weather forecaster?
No.
It's the wrong answer. Make a sound like a machine gun.
But...
Is toothache always painful?
No.
No. What doesn't a traffic warden do?
Anything very friendly.
What is the main ingredient of sultana cake?
Ooh, eggs.
What does a postman do?
Shins up drain pipes.
Point to a clever contestant. What on? You got 6 wrong. Hello, Sam. You all right? Come here and stand by me. A bit of perspective here. Right, back you go. So just trying to get the sort of overall perspective between us. Why do you get your glasses?
My tie and your jacket. Oh, well, my jacket is your tie.
Correct. Why do you get your specs? You can put them on later or what? What are they?
They're just there for show. They make me look intellectual.
It's not working, Sam.
I haven't got them on yet.
Oh, right. Fine. Sorry. Let's make a start, shall we, Sam? I want wrong answers, please, darling. Start the clock. What did William Tell shoot off his son's head?
Orange.
What is a red setter?
It's a cow.
Sing like Mick Jagger.
I wanna be a millionaire.
they liked it. But then they're like that. What am I wearing on my legs?
Pants.
Which year is the wrong answer? Which year didn't the England soccer team win the World Cup?
1966.
That's good. What is Bonnie Langford's profession?
A professional screamer.
That's probably the right answer, isn't it? What do nurses do?
Run massage parlours.
I hope you're not going in for a checkup in the next few weeks. Point to a handsome game show host. Okay, well done. In amongst all that, somehow you got 7 wrong. Well done, Sam. Hello, John Batt. Hello there. You're very smart. Thank you. You're a computer operator.
Yep.
Sounds fun. And you're the proud owner, I love this, of Joan Collins' own personal headboard.
Well, it wasn't her own. It was the one they used in The Bitch, the film The Bitch. It's got her name on the back, actually.
Why have you got it? What's the point of
Well,
it?
they sold it in an auction and I bought it.
Why, John?
I don't know, really. Novelty value.
Welcome to the world, John. Right, I want a wrong answer, please, to these. Start the clock. What sort of vehicle was the Yellow Submarine?
A double-decker bus.
What is the lead in a pencil made of?
Orange juice.
It's wrong. Make a sound like a motorbike. Where should you put a shooting stick?
Oh, underneath the bed.
What can't you do in a no-smoking compartment?
Set fire to yourself.
What does the tax man do?
Comes round and bakes you a cake.
That's very wrong. Name something you can drive.
Your mother up the wall.
Point to a very talented cameraman. Right, well done, John. You got 7 wrong. Checking the times against the stopwatch. John and Sam both got 7, but John apparently got the fastest recorded answers. Because Sam had about a minute between each one. So,
Laughing.
well, they're like that.
Stop laughing.
Right, John, you get a chance to get rid of one of your prizes. You want to try and get rid of the most expensive one. In your judgment, John Batt?
I think it would be the vintage car.
Vintage car.
Yeah.
It's an old knacker, actually. How much do you think it's worth?
300,000.
300,000. Have a look. It's a racing car. It's a Gordon Bennett, apparently. It was built in 1905. It's valued at £250,000. Whoa! So, John getting rid of the first bit of his million. His total now goes down to 750,000. Now, that means that John at the moment is our biggest loser so far. This time, though, our newly made millionaires have to give me correct answers, but in the wrong order. Okay? In fact, each time they've got to give me the answer to the previous question. So come on, John, here we go. So, John, I want you to answer the question before last. Is there anything you can't do, say pass or help? Okay, right. Don't answer the first question. What is your full name? What hideous humpty-backed beastie is frequently spotted swimming in murky Scottish waters?
John Batt.
Which veteran summer wine comedy actress introduces your favourite hymns in Praise Be?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Who is the strutting, pouting, sexually provocative lead singer of the Rolling Stones?
Forehead.
Which hairy envoy to the Archbishop of Canterbury was held hostage in Beirut for 5 years?
Mick Jagger.
Name the big, fat, foul-mouthed comedian famous for telling dirty jokes at his Manchester Embassy Club.
That's Terry Waite.
Name the saintly roly-poly comic who received a knighthood and makes religious programmes like Highway.
Bernard Manning.
According to the rhyme, which egg-shaped character rather misguidedly sat on a wall?
Harry Seacombe.
Who was the larger-than-life Liberal MP for his hometown of Rochdale?
Humpty Dumpty.
One more. On his wedding day, it's traditional for the groom to carry who over the threshold?
Cyril Smith.
Cyril Smith, well on, John, back you go. Right, come on, Jilly. Right. Oh, you're a brown, sun-kissed woman, Jilly. Right, what's your name? Which high-placed celibate figure in the Roman Catholic Church was disgraced when his love child was revealed?
Jilly Coghlan.
Who had a hit with Sweet Child of Mine?
The Bishop of Galway.
Forgive me, sin, for I have fathered. Who had a hit with Nessun Dorma?
Guns N' Roses.
Which waif-like skinny creature was best known fashion model and queen of the catwalk in the 60s?
Luciano Pavarotti.
Who is the head of the Anglican Church?
Twiggy.
What silly character has got grey skin and big floppy ears which help him fly?
The Archbishop of Canterbury.
In the Tory cabinet, some call him Tarzan, others call him...
Dumbo.
The golden-haired temptress who bared her all with Michael Douglas in Basic Instinct was...
Michael Heseltine.
Who scored with every team they played with at Wembley?
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone! Well done, Julie, off you go! Come on, Sam, move, Sam. Okay. Concentrate, Sam.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, I'm over here, Sam.
I'm not looking at you.
Very wise. You've missed nothing.
I know.
Right, what's your name? The controversial Ulster figure, famous for their loud, hectoring voice, is the Reverend... Sam Reddish. Come, Sam, come on. That was the tricky bit, Sam. Right, okay. Which Irishman says, it's the way I tell them?
Don't know.
Ian Paisley. The most recent completely insane, ridiculously dressed screen joker was...
Carson.
Frank Carson. Petra was the only one of many dogs over the years to have been associated with...
Jack Nicholson.
Which series featured a bald giant, a madman who turned into an owl, and a dwarf that talked backwards?
Blue Peter.
Bridget Nielsen first really came to the public eye because of her...
Twin Peaks.
The opposite of heaven.
Married to Sylvester Stallone.
Mike Smith's TV quiz is...
Hell.
And Adolf Hitler's last words before he blew his brains out were...
That's show business.
That's show business! Well, Sam, off you go. You see, Sam, you could do it, couldn't you? Right, OK, so Jilly's got 10, John's got 10, so Jilly, John, you can both get rid of a prize. Jilly, what do you want to get rid of?
I think I'll go for the 5 ingots.
You want the ingots. OK, John, what do you want to get rid of? You want to get rid
Same,
of?
5 ingots.
You go for your ingots. How much do you think they're worth?
150,000.
It's a bit better than that, actually. I can tell you the 5 gold ingots each weigh 4,000 ounces. They're worth 505 grand. Whoa! And they're tonight's most expensive prize. So, John, we get rid of £500,000 off, £505,000 off John's total. We get rid of £505,000 off Jilly's total as well. And John Batt, though, is easily our biggest loser so far tonight. He's down to 245 grand. After the break, as always, we'll be asking them to lose a lot more money, a lot more quickly. But for a while at least, they're still on financial nodding terms with people like British novelist Barbara Taylor Bradford. Now, she wrote the hugely successful bestseller, A Woman of Substance. She made millions and squillions from that. And it's just been reported that she recently signed a new deal with her publisher to write 3 books over the next 5 years for, wait for it, £17 million. But is she happy? Yeah! Of course she is. We'll see you again in a couple of minutes. Hello, welcome back to the second part of Lose a Million, where everything can still change, except, sadly, this audience. 500 social misfits with the dress sense of Timmy Mallet and the conversational skills of Sooty. So far, as if you give a monkeys, our 3 contestants are still doing rather too well. They're rather too prosperous for their own good at the moment. In actual fact, at the moment, Sam is doing easily the best. She's playing a game called Let's Keep Hold of My Million as long as I possibly can. Sam, it's not what we want. We want you to do as badly as possible, OK? So I'm going to start with you. I want wrong answers, please, this time. If you give me a wrong answer to each of these, each of you gets a chance to get rid of one of your prizes. If you get a right answer, I'm afraid the other 2 dump one of their prizes on you. Do you have the glasses for this one or not?
Yeah, go on then. There we are, right.
I'm over here, Sam. I want wrong answers, please. Was the first recorded European visit to Australia English or Dutch?
Dutch.
Is right! Which is just what you don't want to be, Sam. So it does mean that Gilly and John can get rid of one of their prizes. Lucky, lucky Sam. So what's your... Oil for choice, what are you going to give her, Gilly?
Well, I think I'll give her the pool. Yeah,
You're going to give her the pool?
Yes.
OK, well, John, what are you going to give her?
I think I'll give her the pool too.
The pool as well. Hope you can swim. You've just got 2 pools to go with your own pool. So, John, any idea how much it's worth?
75,000.
Rather more than that. It's an indoor swimming pool. It's decorated in classic style with jacuzzi thrown in. It costs £223,000. So that comes off John's total. We go to the pool over there and give that to Sam. So that's 2, Sam. And now we get rid of another pool, 222,000 from Gillian. We give that to Sam as well. They're going for the sympathy vote. So the glasses didn't help, really, did they? Right, John, here we go. Wrong answer, please. Can you see Shakespeare's bottom in A Midsummer Night's Dream or Twelfth Night?
Twelfth Night.
Is wrong. Yeah! Which is good. We want you to be wrong. Right, you can get rid of one of your prizes. Who are you going to give it to? It's entirely up to you.
Give it to Gilly.
Give it to Gilly, and what are you going to give her?
And I'll give her the painting.
The painting. OK. How much do you think it's worth?
50,000.
50,000. It's not quite as much as that. It's rather a fine piece of abstract art in watercolour. It's also a bit of sand and paste. Signed by the artist. It was done, in fact, this afternoon by the baby daughter of one of our production team.
Oh, no.
I think you find it's worth nothing whatsoever, so it doesn't change your total. You do get rid of it, though, you get it across to Gilly, so Gilly's got no more money lumped on her, and yours doesn't go down either. Right. I want a wrong answer, please, Gilly. Whilst making love... God, I remember it. Does the average couple use up 200 or 2,000 calories? I want the wrong answer.
I suppose it depends who's doing it. 2,000.
Is wrong. No! It is good. Right, OK, 2,000 calories. So, good Lord. So, what do you want to get rid of?
The car.
A car.
To John.
250 grand's worth of motor car. Right, OK, so that goes across to John to add to his collection, which was dwindling rather badly. OK. So, John, you got the car. Sam.
Yes.
Plenty of time to catch up, Sam. You still could. You still could. I want a wrong answer, please. Which is bigger, a Jeroboam of champagne or a Jeroboam of wine?
Wine.
It's right, I'm afraid, which is exactly what you don't want. Champagne is 4 bottles, wine is 6 bottles, so wine is the right answer, which is exactly what you didn't want, Sam. So, more prizes, Sam. Oh, good, Chris. Well, what can we give to the girl who's got just about everything? Gilly, what do you want to get rid of?
The watch.
The watch. And John, what do you want to get rid of?
The car.
The car, onto Sam. Oh, good. Right, so we know that £250,000 worth of car goes over to add to Sam's collection. And the watch, how much do you reckon the watch is worth then, Gilly?
About 100,000.
About 100,000. About 100,000. It's actually a Swatch. It is one of only 100 produced in that particular style. It's sold in Zurich for 22,000. So 22 grand. So that comes off Gilly's total. Goes across to Sam. So Sam's now got 2 of those, going up to the 1.7 million mark. Right, John, wrong answer, please. Dogs can do one thing that wolves can't. Is it bark? It's not easy sometimes. Is it bark or give a paw? I want the wrong answer.
Give a paw.
It's wrong. Yeah! So, John, you've got £22,000 of watch left. You've got 22 grand on the board. One more question after this. What do you want to get rid of and where's it going to go? I wonder, John. I think I know.
The watch to Gilly, please.
22 grand. Okay, so her total goes back up to 22,000. She was down to 0. Right, last question. Gilly, it's down to you. Was the UK's rocket programme called Blue Streak or Blue Moon? I want the wrong answer.
Blue Moon.
Is wrong. Whoa! So, Gilly, that means you've got £22,000 of prizes left, plus 2 paintings that we know are done by one of the production team's babies, so they're worth nothing. So you can get rid of 1 prize, 22 grand you've got to get rid of. Where do you think you're going to place it, Gilly? I think we know.
We'll give it to John.
Give it to John. His total's down to 0 at the moment, so 22 grand comes off Gilly's total. Her money goes down to 0. She's lost $1 million. John, who was right down to the bottom line, now goes up to 22,000. So the final bank balance is Sam, with or without the glasses, ended up with 1.7 million. Give him a big hand. John Batt ended up with 22,000, but he's our biggest loser tonight. Gilly Coghlan. Come on, Gilly, we got money to burn. Let's go. This way. Whoa. Right then, Gilly Coghlan. I'm going to give you £1 million, but it's not yours to keep. It's only gambling money. Wait for it. In order to win, you've got to lose it by betting on your skill at getting things wrong, which you've done terribly well at so far. Now, if you can give me 5 wrong answers to our one final question, you lose your stake money, and I give you 5,000. I am going to ask you a question with 6 possible answers. 1 alternative is right, 5 are wrong. Okay, so here's your question. Best of luck. Which of these is an only child? Julie Goodyear, Bet Lynch, Gillian Blakeney from Neighbours, Bernadette Nolan, John Suchet, marvellously gifted Keith Chegwin. Particularly silly photograph. And Jonathan Ross. Okay, one of those is an only child. Give me £200,000 on a wrong answer, please.
Okay, I'll bet.
Okay.
The first 200,000 on the old Nolan.
The Nolan, yes, I think probably there are more than one Nolan, I
I
think.
think there might be.
Millions of them. Yo! Right. Okay, good work, Gilly. You've got £800,000 left. Come on, give me another wrong one.
Well, I guess I better bet on the twin.
The twin from Neighbours?
Yep.
That's wrong. Gillian Blakeney, obviously twin sister Gail. Okay, give me another wrong one.
I guess it must be the lovely Poirot's brother.
Ah, clever. Okay, so that's a wrong one.
Yep.
John Suchet. John Suchet, yes. John Suchet's brother Dave plays Poirot. Okay, you got 3 left.
Now, I think it's got to be Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross.
Yeah, then it's going to get difficult. Okay, yeah.
Jonathan's got hundreds of brothers and sisters. They're all hugely rich, all working in television. Right, you've got 2 left. You've got fabulously handsome Keith Chegwin, enormously attractive Bet Lynch. One of those is an only child, one isn't. Give me £200,000 on 1 more wrong answer. You've won 5 grand.
Trying to remember the scandal from the News of the World.
Oh, that's
I
good
can't
so much.
remember any of it, at any of them.
I was in most of it. Go on.
I know the feeling.
Right, come on.
Oh,
£200,000.
I'll go for Keith Chegwin.
More money than anyone's put on Chegwin in his life. If you're wrong, you say it's a wrong answer. This lady is £5,000 better off. We'll see you next week on Lose a Million. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And there's another $1 million to be lost at the same time next week.